You know, when you think of a creation story, you probably picture something kinda peaceful, right? A divine act of making things. But what if one of the world's oldest faiths tells a totally different story? Not one of simple creation, but of a strategic counter-creation. So let's dive into this fascinating narrative where humanity wasn't just made, we were deployed. And really, this is the question at the heart of our whole explainer today. I want you to try and forget everything you think you know about a quiet garden or a divine potter shaping clay. We're going to explore a story where the arrival of the first humans was actually a brilliant tactical move in a war for the very fate of the universe. To get this, we first have to understand the battlefield. The entire Zoroastrian cosmos is defined by this epic, ongoing conflict. It's not just good versus evil, it's a war of principles. It's being versus non-being. So, on one side you have Ahura Mazda, the wise lord. He's the source of everything good, all creation. And on the other side, well, you have Angre Manu, who you might know as Ahriman. He's the destructive spirit, the literal embodiment of malice and chaos. And this isn't a battle of equals, not really. It's a struggle between a creative force and a purely parasitic, destructive one.
Like any war, this one had an opening move. And in this cosmic conflict, Ahriman, the destructive spirit, makes a direct, violent assault on creation itself.
And who's his target? Gaiomard, the very first divinely formed human. Ahriman aims his attack right at the pinnacle of Ahura Mazda's material world, trying to prove that destruction is way more powerful than life. But you might be wondering, why was Gaiomard even vulnerable in the first place?
Well, it's because the universe was in a state called Gumezishan, or the mixture. And this is a really crucial concept. It's this phase in cosmic history where good and evil are all mixed together. Ahura Mazda's perfect creation is tangled up with Ahriman's corrupting influence. And that makes the material world a battlefield, a place of conflict, a place of vulnerability.
So, Ahriman takes advantage of this state of mixture and he strikes. He attacks and kills Gaiomard. And from his point of view, this is a huge win. He's destroyed the first man. He's seemingly proven that his power to undo is greater than Ahura Mazda's power to do. But oh boy, he could not have been more wrong.
Because this is where the story takes an absolutely brilliant turn. Ahriman's attack wasn't the end of the story. No, it was the trigger for a divine counter-strategy, so profound it would define the very purpose of human existence.
So, here's the key takeaway. This story isn't about tragedy. It's about resilience. Ahura Mazda's response shows that goodness isn't just some passive state of being. It's an active, creative, and overwhelmingly powerful force that can absorb an attack and actually turn it into an advantage.
Okay, so check out how this divine judo move plays out. It's a brilliant four-step process. First, you've got the attack. Ahriman strikes down Gaiomard. But then, and this is the genius part, preservation. Ahura Mazda swoops in and takes the purified seed of the slain man. This leads to transformation. He doesn't just bring him back to life, no. From that seed, a rhubarb plant, grows from the earth. And that leads to the final step, deployment. The plant literally splits open to become Mashia and Mashiana, the first human couple. You see? One death was strategically transformed into two new lives.
To really wrap your head around the genius of this, the source material gives us a perfect analogy. Forget the scary monster from Greek myths. This is a hydra of goodness.
And this just illustrates the strategy perfectly. Ahriman thought he was killing one guy, but instead, his very act of destruction planted the seeds for two more. He didn't eliminate his opposition, he multiplied it. He accidentally created an entire army, us, humanity, now rooted in the very fabric of the world he was trying to corrupt. What a backfire!
So what does all this mean for us? I mean, if our very origin story is a counterattack, then what is our cosmic purpose? Well, this brings us to humanity's role as an ethical militia.
Now, this is a total departure from a lot of other ancient philosophies. Where Gnostic or Manichaean beliefs saw the physical body as a prison for the soul, Zoroastrianism sees it completely differently. The material world, our bodies, this reality, it's not a trap, it's a weapon. It's the divinely designed battlefield, fundamentally good and authorized by Ahura Mazda himself.
This just reframes our entire existence, doesn't it? We are, according to this worldview, an ethical militia. We are a garrison of active combatants put here on purpose. We were engineered to serve in this cosmic trap that's been set for Ahriman.
So, what's our ammunition in this cosmic war? It's not what you'd think. It's not swords or shields. It's morality. Humata, hukta, huvarshita. Good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Every act of kindness, every truthful word, every constructive thought, it's a blow against the forces of destruction. Our ethics are literally our weapons.
Now, this incredible origin story isn't just about the past. It's a blueprint. It's a promise of how this entire cosmic war is ultimately going to end.
The way Ahura Mazda turned the death of one into the life of many is basically a model for the whole cosmic cycle. It demonstrates a fundamental principle, that good is just more creative, more resilient, and ultimately more powerful than evil. Destruction is temporary, but creation is eternal.
And this all points toward a final event, something known as Frashokureti, the final renovation. This is the promised endgame. It's when the world is finally purified, evil is permanently defeated, and the cosmos is restored to its perfect state. And the battle we fight right now, with our good thoughts, words, and deeds, directly contributes to making that final victory happen.
And that leaves us with a final, really powerful thought. This ancient story isn't just some abstract theology, it's a call to action. It reframes our daily oral choices not as these small personal acts, but as meaningful engagements in a massive cosmic struggle. So the question isn't just what you believe, but how you fight. If every single good deed is a strike against chaos, what battle are you choosing to fight today?